Junior Championships in Lima last summer, so that's quite a while, but she's a great talent, the 20-year-old. Kemba Nelson next to her, another Jamaican. In 2022, she ran under 11 seconds 4 times. Now, Jenna Prandini is actually in really good shape at the moment, and Jenna got a late call to come and join the party at Grand Slam. Recently was just under 11.1. Daryll Neita, one of Europe's best, one of Britain's best, has now moved over to be coached in the same group as Noah Lyles. Let's see how that's setting her up. Melissa Jefferson Wooden, as she is now. Her last 100-meter race was in the Olympic final. And what a race that was for her to remember. Just tune into that. See if she can reproduce that sort of form here. Tamari Clark. As I mentioned, some of these women will be looking to the 200, like Daryll Neita perhaps. Jenna Prandini's good 200. Tamari Clark can run a good 2 as well. Wants to go well here. And as Anson was mentioning, Jada'Nesha Sears, after bursting onto the scene last year really, and then sadly missing most of the season with injury, has already started really well this season as well. She said, I'm listening to my coaches more, which is never a bad thing. And then Jodean Williams has had a really transformative 24 and into 25 as well. So Jamaicans in lanes 1 and 2 and in lane 8.
On your marks.
And then we've got Jenna Prandini is in 3, Daryll Neita in 4, Melissa Jefferson Wooden, the Olympic bronze medalist, in 5, Tamari Clark's in 6, Sears in lane 7.
Melissa having that medalist target on her back.
Set.
Right in the middle there, Melissa Jefferson Wooden got an excellent start over on the far side. Nelson going as well, and also Sears is right there, but here she goes. She's going to get a clear win. Prandini came through for 2nd place, but never in doubt. Melissa Jefferson Wooden got out well, got to the front, and then dominated the race from there.
That's scary.
I was just going to say that. Given what I said about how long it's been since she's run a 100-meter race, that was perfectly executed. Prandini finished quick, well done to her. A couple of races that set her up nicely, as we mentioned. Sears just faded a little bit when she looked as though she was going to get on terms. Never, ever a bad thing, you know, for an athlete to be in a happy place.
Right. And late addition, Jenna Prandini. You get the call, you're chilling at home, hey, come to Jamaica and jump in this 100. You come here, and you come out with 2nd place, and she's more of a 200-meter specialist. Yep. So she's in great position tomorrow. You get a phone call, hey, I got 100K for you. We all want phone calls like that. But as you can see, Jay's got out really well, and Melissa just held her form. Looking really strong in the latter part of the race. Very confident facial expression moving through the line. I like to keep an eye on the attitude, and I can see that there's a confidence there. And that always bodes well.
That's somebody full of confidence, as you said. Look, even that tape around the neck, she doesn't even flinch.
She probably didn't even feel it.
Just runs through it.
I'm looking forward to her deuce with her finish.
I agree, but with Prandini having run so well there, that's set up. The winner from yesterday, Tia Jones, will start in lane 2, the challenger. 3rd or better, and she guarantees a slam, but that's a tall ask for somebody who hasn't run a quick 100 for quite a while. It's breezy, windy down there on the track. Will that help her? Will it slow the speedsters down? Next to her, Jodean Williams, 2-time world champion in the hurdles. Can go fairly swift and ran actually a new personal best. It was windy, but a very swift 11.16. Akira Nugent, this, her hometown track. It's fresh from the World Indoor Championships, where she took a bronze medal in her main event, 60 hurdles, and says she's ready to win this. This is hers to win. Jasmine Camacho Quinn, again, fairly swift, over 100 meters. A lot of them are around the sort of 11.2, 11.3 mark.
Yeah.
Masai Russell, perhaps a little slower though. Really disappointing from her yesterday when he finished 5th, the Olympic champion in the hurdles. Next to her, Danisha Cartwright. Came back from China, made a semi-final in those World Indoors. She's pretty swift as well, watch out for her. And then on the outside will be Amber Hughes, another who was representing the USA at the World Indoor Championships in the hurdles. So it says short hurdles, but no barriers, just the wind and your competitor here.
Yeah, man. Tia Jones yesterday was a surprise, but not a surprise. It's so competitive in the 100-meter hurdles that there's usually 5 or 6 competitors that really have a chance to win.
Next to her, and then away they get. Nugent gets a good start, so is Danielle Williams, and Tia Jones has been left a little bit at the moment. Also going well is Cartwright, but look at Williams. Williams is going to take this. Williams just gets the lead. 11:54, and Tia Jones was nowhere, absolutely nowhere, and almost stopped running at the end there. Nugent with 8 points in 2nd place, but that's not going to be enough. It's going to be Danielle Williams, after running brilliantly yesterday, to take 2nd place in the hurdles. She got out well, got a little advantage early on. Cartwright started very quickly as well.
So as I said before, hurdlers are usually used to being up by 3 steps. But Danielle Williams actually has a pretty good drive phase, keeping her head down for about 20 meters. And she's got a short torso, long legs. Was able to open up her stride. Nugent tried to close. Was probably pretty surprised to see Williams accelerate past her in the middle of the race like that. High knees. She looks like a good 100-meter runner. She's got a good frame for it. You always like to see athletes with the short torso and the long legs. Nugent really grimacing, trying to get across the line, because of the huge surprise of seeing Danielle Williams out in front. But as you can see in the outside, jumping out of the blocks was Cartwright, surprisingly.
Yeah, she just faded, didn't she, in the end, and Camacho Quinn came through really strongly. So she takes a 3rd, and that's going to mean, as we said, that Williams will be the slam champion.
The 2025 women's 100 meters in Kingston became far more than a sprint. It was the perfect fusion of showmanship, national pride, and raw athletic power. As Grand Slam track made its historic debut, Michael Johnson's vision of a modern, high-stakes, entertainment-driven format came alive under the Jamaican night sky. LED-lit lanes, booming music, and a stadium packed to the roof created an atmosphere closer to a championship fight than a track meet. But when the sprinters stepped onto the line, all the spectacle faded, leaving only tension, adrenaline, and the promise of something unforgettable. 2 storylines collided on the same straightaway. On one side stood the international field. The Americans, Melissa Jefferson, Jenna Prandini, Jada'Nesha Sears, and Tamari Clark, each carrying the weight of U.S. sprinting tradition. Behind them, Great Britain's Daryll Neita, confident and seasoned, looked ready to challenge anyone. But the heart of the stadium belonged to the Jamaicans. Kemba Nelson, Ashanti Reid, and Jodean Williams were greeted like national heroes. Yet the loudest cheers were reserved for 2 special names. Danielle Williams, a 2-time world champion in the 100-meter hurdles, made a daring crossover into the flat sprint, hungry to prove that her speed could translate beyond barriers. Beside her, Akira Nugent, explosive, fearless, and boosted by a recent world indoor bronze, carried the pride of a nation that expects nothing less than victory in every sprint final. As the stadium lights dimmed and the starting gun hovered in silence, the pressure was suffocating. But when the gun cracked, the Jamaican lanes erupted. Nugent blasted out with her trademark aggression, Williams matched her stride for stride, and within seconds both were carving through the air with ruthless precision. The Americans tried to respond. Neita fought to keep contact, but the gap was unmistakable. This was a Jamaican masterclass. The crowd rose as one, roaring with every meter the duo extended their dominance. Nugent's cadence was electric, Williams's transition flawless. Together they turned the straightaway into a celebration of Jamaican supremacy. By the finish, the rest of the world was left chasing shadows, and the stadium exploded in pride, color, and deafening noise. It was more than a race. It was a statement. In the greatest women's 100-meter showdown of the night, Jamaica once again proved why it rules the sprinting world.